The U.S. policy on Afghanistan is working. We're closer to talks with the Taliban and the peace process than we've seen before. This is an unbelievable scenario where literally the Taliban has our Americans held hostage. I'm concerned about the safety of our Afghan allies. You cannot trust the Taliban.
I met with them myself when I was in Doha. I looked them in the eye. They revalidated that commitment. We never trusted the Taliban.
If the Taliban and the Afghan government live up to their commitments, and they may or they may not, but I think we have a lot of reason why they will. I think they will. There would have been no emergency embassy evacuation and no taking down of our flag. They took down our flag because we would have established clear lines that the Taliban would have never dared to cross. Worse than Afghanistan. How about that? Worse than Afghanistan, where, by the way, I started the process. All the troops are coming back home. They couldn't stop the process. 21 years is enough, don't we think? 21. By a government that wouldn't last. The only way they last is if we're there. What are we going to say? We'll stay for another 21 years, then we'll stay for another 50. The whole thing is ridiculous.
GOP officials have been working overtime to rewrite history about the Afghan withdrawal, in some cases pushing out-and-out lies. Our friend Aaron Blake at the Washington Post reports this, quote, "The lure of misinformation has proved irresistible to its GOP critics. They've trafficked repeatedly in recent days in false, misleading, or unproved allegations involving the Taliban hanging someone from an American helicopter. President Biden skipping a ceremony for 13 Americans killed last week, military dogs being left behind, and $80 billion in military equipment being left for use by the Taliban. With the assistance of some high-profile conservatives and even congressional Republicans, these reports have proliferated on social media. There's no better person for us to talk to about this and everything else going on in the world than our good friend, former Republican strategist Steve Schmidt. Hi there, my friend. How you doing?
Good to see you, Nicole.
So what do you make of the, I guess audacity is the right word, of Republicans to criticize this president for ending a war that the ex-president tried to end and wasn't able to, and then trotting out all this disinformation from their disinformation toolkit?
Well, Donald Trump, in effect, Nicole, did end the war in Afghanistan by precluding really any options for the current president as he took office. And I think it bears mentioning that during the transition, the Trump administration was wholly uncooperative with the incoming Biden administration. The visa processes, some of the ministerial functions involving getting our allies out of Afghanistan were sabotaged by the Trump administration.
And strike, and strike, and